But also on a side note, I recently, in the past year, this is going to sound crazy, but I don't care. I have communicated with spirits that have passed on. I know, but I have proof. I have fucking screenshots. I'll call my roommate in here right now, which I won't, but I'll show on something or whatever, where I've gotten into a deep meditation and then someone has come through and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they've given me, I asked for affirmations, like, okay, like, what do you look like? Give me a conversation that only you two would know about, or show me a physical trait or something. And then whenever they do, like, I write it down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell my roommate this because her dad died 10 years ago. It's fine. So anyway, he came through in a meditation and I was like, it was the first time it happened to me, which was like a few months ago. And I was like, what is this? And then everything that he said was exactly right. And I was like, dude, this is insane. And then it happened to me like 3 other times. And it's like every single time it's been like exact from like what they've said, what they've worn, a conversation where I'm like, this is fucking trippy. I talk to dead people, whatever. I don't want to brag. But yeah, I'm hoping that happens more because, I would love to share those experiences with you, you know, because I think it helps everybody feel a little bit better about death. I used to constantly watch YouTube videos of like, you know, psychic mediums, you know, helping people connect with their loved ones. And I was really watching it because I was like, just let me know that, you know, when somebody dies, it's okay. And usually people who've lost someone tragically, you're just searching, because I don't care about, I mean, I'm not saying I don't care when I die, but I'm like, it's not about me when I die. It's like when someone you love has died, you're like, are they okay? And, but now that I've experienced channeling, I'm like, oh, like consciousness really does move on. And if you don't know what consciousness is, it's basically, it's not your mind, it's your awareness. You know, when you're like sitting there and you're taking everything in and it's just like being alive, like that's what your awareness is. Like you're just like, okay, like I'm here, like this is what's happening. Like that's you having an awareness of being alive. That's what your consciousness, that moves on no matter what. And I know people think that it's their mind, but your mind and your conscious are 2 different things. And then the third segment of the podcast is called Soul Prescription. So basically what it is I'm going to draw an angel card. You know, it's like a deck. It's like a tarot deck. They have, you know, there's all sorts of different like cards. You can have a fairy card, you know, angel cards, like whatever, shaman cards. I have a bunch of them, but I'm going to pull an angel card, and the message that I pull, we're going to play a little game. Okay. You're going to take a drink for every time I say like, and then the second game we're going to play is when I pull a card, whatever the message on there is, like I'll interpret it. And then that's what you're going to apply for that week of your life. So if I pull a card and it's compassion, or I pull a card and it's, you know, initiation, then, you know, initiation is like, hey, like let's start a new process and let's start to go to therapy, or let's start, you know, to work out, whatever your thing that you're being called to initiate on that week. You're going to apply your energy or your effort into whatever the card was. And then we'll just see if magically it, you know, it benefited you or worked out. And then you guys can tell me like, holy shit, I used initiation and then all these things happened for me. And I'll be like, I told you I'm a fucking witch and a comedian. So yeah, so that's just kind of a interesting little thing I want to try, because, you know, my spirit guides are telling me like, watch, once we start pulling cards and people start taking, you know, making the tangible actions to listen to what we tell them to, not me, them, angels have a mind of their own, then people are going to see like transformations and, you know, some shit going down. So I'm excited for you guys for that. Obviously for now there's 5 listeners, but you 5, you're going to be killing it. Okay. And then you got to leave a review because everybody's like, dude, shit's real. And then, you know, things are just going to transgress. Is transgress a word? Things are not going to transform. They're not going to transgress. They're not going to transmute. Things are going, I don't want to say happen. I need to use trans now. Transpire. Boom. Right? That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Things are going to transpire. Someone's going to fact check me and they're like, actually, transpire means this. Actually, you're a cunt. Yes, I still swear, even if I'm spiritual.